Tonight is the last night of the 2016 Republican Convention. And I just wanted to address very briefly something that's just so offensive and ridiculous. A lot of people in social media and even in the mainstream media are quite disgustingly accusing Donald Trump of being an anti-Semite. Now, I'm not a fan of everything Donald Trump as far as his policies and his ideas and his track record. Politically, I tend to personally agree with Ted Cruz when he talks about the New York values, and I applaud Ted Cruz for standing for his honor and truth last night. But it's absolutely uncalled for and absolutely disgusting of all things, to accuse Donald Trump of being an anti-Semite, because he's the farthest thing from an anti-Semite. His own daughter is Jewish, and it's disgusting how much of the liberal Jewish media say, "Oh, she only converted for her husband." That's ridiculous. She's Shomer Shabbos. She keeps kosher. She's totally frum. She's modern Orthodox, but she's a regular frum person. It doesn't matter if she happened to marry someone who's when we talk about people converting for marriage, it's talking about people who are not frum. That's where there's a problem. But here she's frum. What kind of thing is it? She is Jewish. Her children are Jewish. There's no question. So, that alone should be sufficient to say, and Hillary Clinton, her daughter didn't convert. She married someone Jewish. She is really working toward the whole assimilation, everything. She married someone Jewish, and she didn't convert. So So definitely, Hillary Clinton has a long track record of anti-Semitism. It's well known that when Bill Clinton, when he was the governor, they used to get into fights all the time, and if she wanted to insult Bill, she would call him the Big Jew. So she has a long track record of anti-Semitism and in general things against Torah values, which Trump also has a problem with certain things as far as values, but nowhere near as bad as Hillary Clinton. So it can, even though she helped from people for votes, that wasn't altruistic. That was for votes. It was obvious. But Donald Trump, he has a very, very long track record of being very pro-Jewish and having tremendous respect, but specifically for Torah-dicka Jews, for Jews who are B'nai Torah. He was once quoted as saying that the people he trusts the most are the people who wear yarmulkes all day. And he said that, and that's, and he publicly, he's helped from people out of altruism before he was in politics, before anything. And when he had the TV show The Apprentice, he went out of his way. You can find it on YouTube, and I'll try to put a link if I have time, that he defended someone who was Shomer Shabbos. It was Yontif something, and the team members, they were upset. Oh, why does he have to do this with his Jewish holidays? And he defended him because he cares about all people. Now, so whatever you want to call him, do not dare call him an anti-Semite. And if it was anybody else, I would say that when you call someone an anti-Semite who isn't, you're inciting anti-Semitism. You might lead them to become an anti-Semite, but I think he's, at least in this area, he's level-headed enough that I certainly don't believe he will become an anti-Semite. But the backlash and all kinds of things, you should never accuse someone who's not an anti-Semite being anti-Semite. There's so much anti-Semitism. Why would you do that? It also cheapens the idea of anti-Semitism. And especially here's who not only has no anti-Semitism, but who has supported Torah Jews openly and altruistically. We should have the most hakaras hatov. Doesn't necessarily mean to vote for him, yes or no. Of course, we can't vote for Hillary, so we're stuck to vote for him. But I'm saying in the primaries, we vote. I personally, I voted for Ted Cruz because I thought he was better for America. But now, of course, we have to vote against Hillary Clinton, and the only one who has a chance of winning against her is Donald Trump. Not going to vote for some third party and throw your vote away. So we have no choice. But of course, he's not perfect. He has a lot of problems. But don't dare, God forbid, don't dare accuse him of anti-Semitism. It's a Chil Hashem. And this whole story with Ramaz, how dare they do that? And that they should intimidate their rabbi, that he shouldn't show up. I don't understand it. It's totally mind blowing and disgusting how they could say such a thing. Oh, that the Jews are going to be next on his list. If God forbid such a thing would be, it would be their fault, because they're instigating it by saying such a thing. But he's at least an honorable enough person that I know that that's not going to happen. I hope, but I would bet that it wouldn't happen. But if it was anyone else, it probably would. So enough. Especially it's nonsense. It's a 6-pointer. So what does a 6-pointer star have to do with Judaism? You go in the whole. There's a whole Jewish village, Kiryas Joel. You won't find one Star of David. It has nothing to do with Judaism. It was authentic Judaism. It was a symbol. In the old days it was a symbol. Nowadays it was hijacked by, so whatever. But don't dare insinuate that there's not a drop of anti-Semitism in Donald Trump. That's the most disgusting thing, because it's not true. It's so patently not true. I don't even understand why that would cross anyone's mind to make such a claim, and how reckless it is to do such a thing, because it's going to instigate anti-Semitism when you make those claims. All right, I've said enough. I repeated my point again and again. It's just so mind-blowing and upsetting. Of all things to accuse someone of, and of people to accuse that of, it's the most ridiculous thing in the world. And he has a lot of problems, but don't make problems that he doesn't have. I don't understand. It's really, really disrespectful. It's against the Torah, because we're supposed to be humble. We're in exile. We're supposed to have respect for leadership, and I don't understand. I don't understand why anyone would be so reckless to make such a claim, and anyone who has made such a claim should do tshuva. All right. Well, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please feel free to put in the comment section below, and maybe rebuttal or whatever. I always like to hear different sides. But this, I'm just so shocked by the rhetoric, that's so ridiculous. Focus on the issues. Don't make up nonsense. Especially don't instigate this. It's very upsetting. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to watching. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, like, share, and we'll look forward to seeing you all next week. God bless you. Be well.